Hello guys, today I want to talk to you about form again. I know that we've talked about form before in another video, and I've given you some techniques to use to increase your jumping form and make significant gains on your vertical. And I've gotten some testimonials from that video alone, as well as some other people who have used the jumping form section in the jump manual, and they've written me testimonials on how much they've gained literally overnight. And I know that that sounds crazy, and people think, they get real skeptical when they hear that you can make inches in your vertical overnight. But with form, it's a whole different thing. And the reason that it's completely different is because improvements in your form aren't going to be dependent on muscle growth, which is going to take longer than 24 hours to create stronger muscles or to increase your reactive strength and a lot of other things. But form is something that you can literally master in a matter of hours, new techniques. Other techniques with form are also going to take time, weeks, in order to develop more powerful form. But for those of you who don't understand the significance, I've recently been doing some research, and I'm soon going to launch another video to talk about 2 other techniques that you can use with your jumping form to increase your vertical. But in these studies I was reading, some of them showed an increase of up to 84% in vertical jump. 84%. That's beyond significant. So anyone who's training and trying to increase their vertical jump needs to take a look at increasing their vertical jump through form.
One, two, three, four.
To demonstrate how form and coordination can increase how powerful you are. The first one is kind of a silly example, but if you think about snapping, when you snap your fingers, it's basically your middle finger that is coming off of your thumb and hitting this fat part of your thumb here, and it's making a loud noise. Now, I'm right-handed, and so my right hand I can snap pretty well. With my left hand, although I practice it, I can't snap near as loud. And you can try the same thing right now. Try and snap just as loudly with your offhand and see if you can make the noise. Most of you are not going to be able to snap as loudly with your left hand or your offhand as with your good hand. And the reason is not because your left hand is weaker than your right hand. The reason is because it's not as coordinated, and the form is not as good, and so you're not able to harness the power that you already have. Okay, now another example you can think of is think about throwing a baseball or throwing a football or throwing whatever it be. Throw it with your good hand and you can probably launch it pretty far. Now if you take that same ball, put it in your other arm, and see how far you can throw it, you're going to notice a significant decrease in how far you can throw it, unless you're perfectly ambidextrous, which most of you are not. Why is that? Is your left hand any stronger or weaker than your other hand? No, they're probably going to be about the same. If you go into the gym, you're going to be able to curl the same amounts. You're going to be able to press the same amounts as both arms. So what's the difference? Well, the difference is that the form and the coordination in that other arm and that other movement, because there's certainly a lot more to throwing a ball than just your arm. That form and coordination is so much better in your good hand that you're able to harness the power you already have. And we could think of so many different examples. If you're a left-footed jumper, try jumping off your right foot and see if you can get as high. Is your right foot any weaker or stronger? No, it's the same, but because there's decreased coordination, you are not able to harness the power that you already have. So, in short, the increased coordination that you get from better form is going to allow you to harness the power that you already have. And I know that some of you right now are saying, that's fine for people who are uncoordinated. And people who are uncoordinated, once they get coordinated, they're easily going to reach their peak. And that's true to some extent. But if, let's say I were to take you out to a long jump pit, and I was going to say, listen, all you're going to do is run, and then at the end of that pit, you're going to jump, and we're going to see how long you can jump. And it would probably feel comfortable, and you could probably sprint down that long jump pit and jump pretty far and feel good about it and feel very coordinated about it. What you don't know is there's specific techniques that you can do at the end of that jump to make the height of the jump much quicker. and much more powerful. And if you're traveling at a certain speed, the higher you jump, the further that's going to go. Unless you jump too high, then you're not going to get as much distance in the jump. But there's a lot of things that you don't know about your jumping form that are going to help you get a few more inches. Really, it's realistic that even a coordinated jumper can gain 2 to 6 inches on their jump through better jumping form. Okay, so if you haven't checked out the video that I already have about training your form, you definitely need to check it out. And stay tuned, because I'm going to come out with 2 other techniques that are definitely going to help you to get even higher on your jump. I do appreciate everyone who has emailed me their stories about training their jumping form and going from grabbing the rim to dunking, in basically a few hours. And I know that some of you are going to hear that and you're going to think it's promises or it's hype, but it's really not hype. Watch the video, try it, and post your results here. Most of you are going to see results immediately, but I will tell you some of the things. Just like you can't learn to throw a ball with your left hand just as far as your other hand overnight. It's going to take some practice, and it's going to take learning that skill with your other hand. The vertical jump is a skill, and you've got to start seeing it as a skill. It involves motor units firing, limbs moving, all in really an orchestra of movements that all take you into upward propulsion. And it's a difficult skill to learn, but just because you can jump and feel good about it doesn't mean you've mastered the skill of harnessing the power you already have. So anyways, I'm really excited for the next couple of videos I'm going to be coming out with about your jumping form. And you can subscribe to these videos here and they'll come to your email automatically, or you can subscribe to my newsletter and I send my new videos every week to you. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, just email me or post them here on the forum. Thanks. Bye-bye.